Hi everyone, I want to talk briefly about history and modern forms of smoking and its impact on health. Tobacco has been growing wild in the Americas for nearly 8,000 years. Around 2,000 years ago, tobacco began to be chewed and smoked during cultural or religious ceremonies and events. The first European to discover smoking was Christopher Columbus. In 1531, tobacco was cultivated for the first time in Europe. By 1600, tobacco use had spread across Europe and England, and was being used as a monetary standard, a practice that continued throughout the following century. Cigarette-making machines were developed in the latter half of the 1800s. The first such machines produced about 200 cigarettes per minute. Today's machines produce about 9,000 cigarettes per minute. Cheap mass production and the use of cigarette advertising allowed tobacco companies to expand their markets during this period. People were unaware that it is dangerous to health. The American Cancer Society's National Board of Directors in 1954 announced without dissent that the presently available evidence indicates an association between smoking, particularly cigarette smoking, and lung cancer. According to Cancer Research UK, smoking causes at least 15 different types of cancer, and tobacco is the biggest cause of cancer in the world. The first device in the recent innovation in e-cigarettes was developed in 2003 by the Chinese pharmacist, a former deputy director of the Institute of Chinese Medicine in Liaoning Province. Like's patent application described a kind of electronic atomizing cigarette. E-cigarettes entered the US marketplace around 2007, and since 2014, they have been the most commonly used tobacco product among US youth. Vaping has since evolved significantly, with a wide variety of e-cigarette devices, liquids, and flavors available on the market. It has also sparked considerable debate and research regarding its safety, health effects, and regulation due to concerns about potential health risks associated with vaping. It's important to note that while e-cigarettes and vapes can be used for nicotine delivery, they can also be used for vaping other substances like cannabis extracts or flavored liquids that do not contain nicotine. The health and regulatory concerns associated with these devices vary depending on the substances they are used with and their potential health effects. The health risks associated with vaping and e-cigarettes. The health risks associated with vaping using e-cigarettes are still a subject of ongoing research, but there is increasing evidence that vaping is not without health risks. While vaping is generally considered to be less harmful than traditional cigarette smoking, it is not risk-free. Here are some key points to consider. Nicotine addiction. Most e-cigarettes contain nicotine, which is an addictive substance. Nicotine addiction can lead to various health issues and is a particular concern, especially for young people who may become addicted to nicotine through vaping. Respiratory issues. Vaping can potentially cause or exacerbate respiratory problems. There have been reports of vaping-related lung injuries and respiratory illnesses, although these are more commonly associated with the use of black market or adulterated products. Vaping is a relatively new phenomenon, and the long-term health effects are not well understood. It may take years or even decades to fully comprehend the consequences of prolonged vaping. Chemical exposure. Vaping liquids often contain various chemicals and flavorings, some of which may be harmful when inhaled. The safety of these chemicals when heated and inhaled is a subject of ongoing research. Vaping has become popular among young people who may not have otherwise used tobacco products. This raises concerns about the potential for a new generation to become addicted to nicotine. Some individuals use e-cigarettes as a way to cut down on or quit traditional cigarette smoking, which may reduce their overall health risks. However, others engage in dual use, continuing to smoke traditional cigarettes while vaping, which may not significantly reduce their health risks. As per latest studies, some potentially harmful chemicals have been found in e-cigarettes and vaping. Therefore, e-cigarettes, vapes, and all forms of tobacco pose a significant health risk and must be avoided. This is an analytical video for awareness. Thanks for watching.